In today's video, I'll be showing you step by step how to make your first sale on Shopify. We'll be covering product selection, content creation, and the overall Facebook ads breakdown. So welcome to the channel. If you're new, my name is Alex. I do full-time e-commerce and stock trading for a living, and I just make these videos to help you guys out with getting started or to really bring your business to the next level depending on where you're currently at. So I'm not exactly sure where you guys are as far as dropshipping, so I'll explain the content of this video as I would with somebody just getting started. So let's jump into my computer right now and I'll show you guys how to make your first sale. Okay, we're going to start off with the product selection aspect of this demo. So just for the purpose of this video, I'll go ahead and get started with the AliExpress Dropshipping Center. So you'll go ahead and just click Find Products. Now in here you have a ton of different options where you can narrow down what it is that you're actually looking for, but I usually don't use too many of these. But one thing I do like to look at is dropshipping orders by all countries. Now these are just items that are moving up in traffic based on their dropshipping orders. So these are items that are currently selling for other stores right now, and usually when I'm looking for some winning products to sell, I have a set of criteria that I like to follow, but just for the purpose of this video, we'll select, let's say, this mini camera right here. And it's perfect because it comes with a video already on it that you can then go ahead and use for some content creation. So if I wanted to, I could just download this video right now and create some video ads, but I'll go a little more into that in just a couple minutes. So as you can see right here, if we choose camera with no card coming from China with free shipping, we are paying $16.42 for each unit we sell. And I'm thinking we can mark this up to about, let's say, $29.99 to start testing it with, so $30. And to put it in perspective, this actually is a pretty good product to sell. I have sold this exact same listing. Not the same supplier or anything like that. I usually go with private suppliers, but I have sold this exact same product in the past. So now typically you do want to start with lower priced items, something that you can usually sell for $20 or under, or sometimes in some cases $30 right here. Now the lower your actual product cost is, the lower your ad costs will be, and your CPMs, which is just the price that you have to pay to show your ad to every 1,000 people. So typically when you're first getting started out, you'll have lower Facebook ad budgets, so it's good to just sell lower priced items as it's easier to make sales and have people convert that way. High ticket items will come later down the road when your marketing skills improve a little bit more and you can actually do the convincing that it takes to get people to buy those items, but for now, just stick with some lower priced items and learn the world of marketing. Now you can have really good ads, but on top of that, when you actually do go to add this product to your store, you have to come up with a really good description. It needs to consist of images, GIFs, titles, just a lot of information, basically how it works, why it will benefit the customer, who it's for. You can go over some common questions on there, but just do your product research, find a couple other good descriptions to go off of if you have to, and just piece it all together, make it nice and neat, and really just tell a story convincing your customer to actually buy from you. Now, along with making a good product description, you also want to keep the product page very clean. With that, I mean you don't want too many pop-ups and you don't want things that are actually going to push the customer off of your website. You need it to be a neat looking brand overall. So really quickly, I just want to find 2 good descriptions for you, or by that I mean 1 good description and 1 bad description of this exact product on some stores that are already running. So I'll get back to you as soon as I find those 2 descriptions. Okay, so I just found 3 actual product listings for this exact camera, 2 of which are pretty bad product descriptions and 1 that is actually pretty decent. I didn't find any descriptions that I actually love myself because nobody selling this product right now has actually put it together all that well, so not liking what I'm seeing. So looking at this one, it's just a basic description. They probably threw some pictures on here just from the actual AliExpress listing, and then they have just this little description that's all over the place. I mean, it doesn't really tell you what you want to know, and it doesn't really lay it out in a good fashion. So you scroll down, they have a lot of those different cameras, so it looks like they sell dash cams or something. That's what their store is. So going over here, this is that exact product again, and I'll show you why I don't like this description. So this is all over the place. You have the jumping add to cart button with a sale on it, then you have the hurry, only a few left in stock scarcity, and then you have the sale ends in, and then the order by to get it by, and then these trust badges. That is just way too much. Out of all of these things on here, they should probably have just one of them. Just pick which one you like the best, test them out, see which one works the best, and just go with that one. But there's no reason to have all of this all over your product page. You'll actually do the complete opposite and have the customers bounce from your store. Now, I'm not dissing anybody, I'm just saying you want to actually promote trust within your stores. Scrolling down, they don't have the worst description highlighting some of the features and stuff with this product, but it's still not very good. And then they have the reviews, which is good. You should have that on your product, whether you import them or you use actual reviews on your store. It really doesn't matter. But let's move over to the final listing that I had up. So this is obviously slightly different than the product we found, but I'm not too sure how I feel about this right here, this section, but I do like this description. So they go ahead and they throw in a review, the 5-star review, and then they have, you know, the description with the sale price in it, and they're highlighting some of the features of it. You got your photos, you're highlighting that it's an easy setup, and just telling the customer why they should actually purchase this camera. What I don't like about this actual product, or this product description, is that they don't really go with different marketing angles on it. They kind of just show it as a baby monitor in this one, and a long distance dad talking to his family on this one. But a lot of times you can go with the home security route, you can go with the action sports route where people would actually want to throw this camera on their bike or something, the dash cam route like we saw with the other store. So really just tap into all the different industries that you can with your product and find which actual target audience works best for you. So that's all I have to say about product descriptions. Let's move over to Canva and make a quick image ad, and I'll show you guys where to go from there. Okay, so now we're in Canva. I just went ahead and clicked create a Facebook post. So it will automatically come up with the right size template that you need for the Facebook post on your ad. I just went ahead and copied one of the pictures from the actual AliExpress listing over here. I literally just copy and pasted it into Canva. And what you want to do is you just want to get the picture nice and neat looking. So you'll expand it to the canvas, mess around with the image, you'll cut off what you need to. I cut off all that information at the top because you actually don't need it in your ad. That's not going to grab anybody's attention. We can include all of that in our product description for when we need to. So from here, just go ahead and add an element. We'll just add this circle up in the corner. I'll actually drag this down just a little bit, expand it. Now there's no textbook way of doing this. You don't actually have to add any elements or text or anything to your ad. You could actually just have a picture of it. But this is generally what I like to do when I just start testing a new product or when I'm just getting started with something. So I'll click add a headline or add a heading, and so right now is where you would choose your angle of marketing. So depending on what you actually want to do with this camera, you could go many different routes. You could choose to go with home security, you could choose to go with action sports such as riding bikes, or you could choose to go with the dash cam route, which any of those other ones you would probably choose a different photo for this, but in this case I will go ahead with the home security route. So go ahead and add a headline to your image that will actually stop people scrolling on Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is that you're actually advertising on, and just come up with the catchy headlines. So I will say, watch your home from virtually anywhere. And we'll just expand all that. We'll mess around with the text a bit. Okay, I like this one. So go ahead, lower the line height on that, just get it all nice and neat looking. And we'll add it to our square, so we'll change the color, make it pop a bit. And you just want to get creative, just mess around with it. Like I said, there's no textbook way of doing this. You'll learn as you go and test different things. So get that on there. We'll go ahead and get the actual circle to be, let's say, 56. I don't know how I feel about that yet. So we'll go a little more. Alright, 74 looks nice. So that would just be a quick image ad that I would go ahead and put on Facebook for my ads. It's nothing fancy, and a lot of times I actually want to start off with a video ad. So I'll show you right now, if you were going to actually create a video ad for this product, this is where I would start 9 times out of 10 when I'm testing a new product. So what you would do is literally just go on Google and type in your product name with AliExpress, and then go on videos, and all of the different videos for that listing should come up. So I'll show you guys that really quickly. Okay, just typing mini camera AliExpress and going on Google videos. As you can see, there's a ton of different ones. This actually looks like the one that we're selling. So you'll just keep scrolling down the different pages. Every time you see the one that you're selling, go ahead and open it in a new tab. And we'll go ahead and look at these 3 videos right now. So these videos on here you can actually download and use as custom content. This is unavailable. There's this video. So you'll find a bunch of different videos from different sellers all over AliExpress. Just use those and go ahead and make a quick, engaging video ad for Facebook. And depending on what you guys are using, the image or the video ad, I'll show you guys the next step, how to actually set it all up. Okay, so now I'm in the Facebook ads platform. This is what you would see if you clicked create ad. So campaign name will go mini camera test 1, and then we'll go, I'm just gonna do a CBO for the purpose of this video, but you guys don't actually have to. And then just the budget will go $50. Obviously a lot of beginners don't have $50 to start testing the product with daily, so this is really the budget that you guys want to set aside, that you have in mind for this product. Now if you have a lower budget, just go with actually testing less interests, because the way I go with this, I like to test 5 different interests, with which in a perfect world would be $10 a day with the $50, although the CBO will spend more on the ad sets that are actually converting more, so you'll get a faster idea about what's working, what's not with that. So like I said, I'm doing a CBO. I'll go ahead and turn on CBO. We'll put the budget to $50. For the campaign objective, if you want sales, you'll go ahead and do conversions. Oops. So you got the name, conversions, your daily budget, put that as whatever you need it to be, and then we're going to test different interests. So we'll go interest 1, and then we're not actually testing different creatives in this, so just put add, save to draft. Okay, so this is everything that you just put in, and now we will actually go to the ad set to go ahead and edit it. As you can see right here, I'm using a disabled ad account. So if you would go ahead and choose the pixel of your store to use. I don't have anything set up on this, and then you'll go ahead, today's August 11th, so what I do with every campaign that I start, I go ahead and start it the next day at, usually go 12:01 a.m. because if you start it, let's say today, as soon as the ads get approved, your $50 budget, if they get approved at 9 o'clock, they will spend that whole $50 in just 3 hours, as compared to 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. the next day, spending that $50 throughout 24 hours, and that's really what you want. So start it the next day, and then you'll go ahead and locations. You, depending on where you're actually selling, you'll do people living in this location. And what I like to do with a lot of my targeting for AliExpress, I'll go United States, Canada, United Kingdom, Australia, Germany, France, Spain, and New Zealand. So these are the countries that I personally get the most sales out of, but you guys can really just experiment with it. It all depends on your logistics and who you're actually targeting to. So go down, unless your product is an age-specific product, I would keep this blank, as well as gender, because Facebook will optimize automatically, so you really don't have to put all of this in. Facebook will do it all for you. Going down a little bit more, you have the detailed targeting expansion. So you'll go on there, and For this case, since we're selling the cameras, I'll go with home security for just my first interest, since I actually am going the home security route with the targeting. So you go ahead and exclude people. So you don't want other dropshippers seeing your ad and actually copying you or anything like that, or actually just wasting money targeting the wrong people. So I always go ahead and exclude AliExpress and dropshipping on there to just avoid targeting, the wrong people or having my products stolen. I usually don't check this unless the audience size, the potential reach is under 1 million. And sometimes it's up to you. I won't in this case, but if you want to narrow your audience, you can actually go by engaged shoppers, and these are people who have actually interacted with the Shop Now button within the last week. So go ahead and get rid of that, and we'll keep scrolling. So languages, depending on where you are targeting, you might want to put English all. If like I was doing, I was targeting Germany and other countries where English isn't necessarily the first language there, so you'd put that, but it all depends on your targeting. So manual placements, you can choose automatic placements or manual placements. I automatically just like to start off with the feeds at first, so I uncheck all of these boxes, and I just start off with the feeds at first. So I ignore the rest of this, and from there I would go ahead and create my ad. So up here I can't actually show it, but there will be your Facebook and Instagram page that you want linked to this ad, and for some reason it picked one of the main stores that I'm running, so yeah. Alright, so you'll go down to add media, and this is where you'll add your image or video that you had actually created beforehand. So I went ahead and just added this quick image ad, and right here is the primary text. This is what will show up above your ad. So you want to be creative with this. This is just a text copy, and just practice your copywriting with it. Be creative, test different methods of it. But for this case, we will say something along the lines of, let's say, during a time where home security is crucial, we have your ultimate solution. Oops. Alright, so during a time where home security is crucial, we have your ultimate solution. I will start it off with that. And a lot of times I like to throw in some aspect of urgency, so I will say 50% off plus free shipping, limited time only. And then I will say shop now, and then just go ahead and a lot of times I'll add an emoji right there, and then just add your product link. So get creative with that. I'm not going to tell you what to put in your actual primary text. And then the headline, you'll kind of just want to put what the product is. So I will put wireless security camera. I really cannot type today, oh my god. And then description, I will say something along the lines of sale ends soon, and then that part, the description, will show up down here. And then display URL, you'll go on, just type in, wow, I cannot spell today, mystore.com. It's what's going to show up right here on the actual ad, and it's what the people are going to see. So then you'll have your website URL, you'll put the actual product page that you want linked on there that people are going to go purchase, and then your learn to action. I always do shop now. So that's what shows up down there, and once you click that, this link will bring them exactly to where you want them to go. From here, I'll go back to interest 1, and since that was home security, I'll go ahead and change the name of that, and we'll go down here and we'll actually, okay, so it's not letting me right now on my disabled advertising account, but from here I would just go ahead and right here you would click duplicate ad set, and depending on your budget you'll put in the number of copies you want. So in this case I would be testing 5 different interests with $10 a day going to each with that $50 CBO. So I would go ahead and create 4 copies, and then I would just scroll down on each copy and mess around with the detailed targeting. So home security, they'll actually offer you suggestions. So I would go ahead and maybe test surveillance, IP camera, anti-theft system, and those types of different interests until I narrow down which ones are actually working. After you have all that set up, just move back over to your actual campaign. Make sure you have, all your ad sets, everything's set up right, go back over it, and click publish, and you're good to go. So by now you should have what it takes to actually start making sales on your Shopify stores. If this video helped you out in any way, go ahead and drop a like to help me out and subscribe, as there's plenty more to follow. I have 2 ecom resources linked in the description below. You're welcome to join our Ecom Advantage Facebook group, as well as check out our Instagram page for some useful resources to help you guys out. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.